Miami really wrested control away from New York down the stretch, led by Zoe with 16 points.
So here's the situation in the East. Game 5, Heat and Knicks on Sunday. Game 5, Hawks-Pistons Sunday. The winners will meet each other in round 2. The Pacers have already swept Milwaukee, and Philadelphia leads Orlando 2-1 and will try to put away the Magic with Game 4 tomorrow in Philadelphia. Should Orlando win, that Game 5 would be Sunday at the Arena. Will there be a Game 5 in the Utah-Sacramento series? The Kings hope not. They lead the Jazz by 1, looking to finish off Utah in Game 4. It's Game 4, Utah and Sacramento. The Kings lead the series 2-1, and they lead the game over Utah 44-43 at the half at the Arco Arena in Sacramento. Action last night in the Western Conference in Minneapolis at the Target Center. David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and the Spurs. They split the first 2 in San Antonio. The big-time rejection by Joe Smith and Terrell Brandon at the other end for 2 of his 16. Timberwolves trail by 1 after 1. Then it's Duncan off the feed from Avery Johnson. David Robinson had a double-double. 18 points, 17 rebounds. San Antonio wins at 85-71. Avery Johnson 24. Kevin Garnett 23 to lead the Wolves. The Spurs lead the series 2-1. Game 4 will be tomorrow again in Minneapolis.
Lakers and Rockets, of course, everybody thought it might be the end for Charles Barkley and company, a veteran team, but the Lakers off early. Shaquille O'Neal, 12.6 rebounds in the first half. But Scottie Pippen, talk about coming up big. Watch Scottie spot up. 3 of his 37 points on the night. Rockets up 10. As for Charles Barkley, how about 30 points, 23 rebounds? 2 of the big 3 coming up big as the Rockets go on to win it 102-88. They force a Game 4 back in Houston and try to stay alive. The 2 big ones put together another performance like that. They probably will. As you take a look at the Western Conference bracket, the Spurs and Lakers both in positions to close out their series. Blazers awaiting the winner of this Utah-Sacramento series, which will stretch to Sunday if Utah can pull out a victory tonight.
Portland in the West and Indiana in the East, the only teams to sweep. And those are the only 2 series that are over. Will this series be over? The Utah Jazz hanging on for dear life. They trailed 2-1 a year ago to Houston and lived to tell about it. Can they do it again with Sacramento? Looking to win a series for the first time in 18 years. They need 1 more win to make it happen. Opening quarter tonight. Vlade Divac off the feed from Corliss Williamson for 2 of his 6 first-half points. Off the miss dunk, Karl Malone. The kick out to Jeff Hornacek for the 3. He had 5 points before leaving with 2 fouls midway through the first quarter. Never did return. Jason Williams, the rookie from Florida, for 3, his only field goal of the half. He's got 5 points at the end of 1. It was 26-23 Sacramento.
And it remained close, Bob, in the second quarter. Peja Stojakovic, the layup after the nice ball movement in transition, the feed from John Barry. And then off the missed jumper inside. Watch Brian Russell. Left-hand rattler gets it home, but the crowd will not shut up, and they shouldn't. As you can see, the balance scoring indicates a very close ball game. 1-point game it is. Sacramento leading, led by Weber and Abdul Wahad. And for Utah Jazz, all having 6 points. Big story here, though. Weber and Malone, the 2 big guns up front for their respective teams, both with 3 personal fouls.
We'll have more NBA playoff action for you on Sunday. Not sure which game it will be. The possibilities are endless. We already know we'll have 2 Game 5s on Sunday. Miami and New York, Atlanta, Detroit. We could have 2 more. We could have a Game 5 between Utah and Sacramento. We could have a Game 5 between Philadelphia and Orlando. We could also have a Game 1 in the West.
That's true.
Between Portland and Sacramento. So stick with us on Sunday. We will have a game for you, and as soon as we know what it will be and when it will be, you'll be the first to know. It is a wild and crazy scene at the Arco Arena in Sacramento. Wonder what will happen when that fella comes out of his shell, Eric.
Lock him up.
It's Sacramento by 1. The first half stats: Utah shooting 43% from the floor, 39% for Sacramento, and the hope you can be with us. Place to be this weekend. Lots of action coming your way. Now, Eric, if I'm Jerry Sloan, and I'm my man Karl Malone, who's averaging 25 points a game in this series, had only 6 points in the first half, and I'm down by 1 at the half, I'm happy.
Yeah, you got to be very happy with that situation. Karl Malone getting in a little bit of foul trouble, but the ball's got to pass through his hands. You see 6 points down at the bottom of your screen, 4 rebounds, 3 fouls. Chris Webber, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 3 fouls. And the two of them have to be a little less physical, a little more careful, and pick their spots in the second half of this game for their respective teams to have a better chance to come out on top here. And that man, Vlade Divac, is going to play a big role down the stretch if his team is to get its first series win since 1981.
Jerry Sloan 5 times was a member of the NBA All-Defensive Team with the Chicago Bulls. His number hangs from the rafters at the United Center. He also coached the Bulls for 3 years between 1979 and 82. There's Rick Adelman, former player for the Portland Trailblazers, among other teams. The close calls between these two teams. All 3 regular season meetings run into overtime. Utah won 2 of the 3.
And, of course, Game 3, the exciting overtime victory. Neither team shooting well in that one, but don't tell these fans here at Arco it wasn't exciting. Coach Adelman saying earlier that his team really had to come out on fire here in the third quarter. They get an illegal defense call that time. And Jerry Sloan, you might have read his lips, said, hey, you finally called it. You finally got it right. Adelman says, though, his team needs to come out, play very well, get off to a good start, and get this crowd really behind them. This is a key stretch of the game, he feels, for his ball team.
Rick Adelman, by the way, played for this franchise when they were in Kansas City. Malone with the right side jumper to begin the third quarter.
And a big hand in his face from Vlade Divac. Still knocked it down.
So 8 points for the mailman. And Utah regains the lead. Down low, Webber. Offensive foul. It's number 4 on Webber. Ouch.
That's just veteran experience there. Karl Malone knows Webber's going to try to match everything he does. Webber, watch him lower the left shoulder. He's going to make us move the right shoulder, it is. Malone, a little bit acting, but he's going to pick it up. And Chris Webber now stuck with 4, and again, that pained expression on his face.
Let's see if they go right at him at the defensive end. Hornacek with a little jump hook. The rebound Malone. Back out to Stockton for the reset. Malone being defended by Divac. They isolate Karl. Gives to Stockton. On the switch. Williams steps into the passing lane. 2 on 3, and he finds Abdul Wahab. Oh, my goodness.
He just has an ability to lull you to sleep on the dribble. And when everybody responds to what he's doing, he rockets a bullet pass to a wide-open teammate underneath. It was 2 on 3.
Stockton. So Hornacek only played 8 minutes first half because of foul trouble. On the pick and roll, wanted Ostertag, and it goes out of bounds off the Jazz.
Here's Williams in transition. Now watch, kind of looks like